All righty. Where is that? All righty, guys. So let's talk about what we're doing today. We are going to be talking about our argument paper. So earlier this week, Monday, I gave you all the brainstorm. So this assignment right here, the what will you take a stand for, okay? And so the reason why I gave you all this brainstorm was to where this could help kind of guide you into ideas of what you're going to write about for your argument essay. You're going to end up kind of choosing a topic based off of this, okay? So a lot of what I got from the people that have turned it in, it's not technically due until midnight tonight, today being Wednesday for anybody watching the recording, the 27th. The ones that I've gotten so far, I've kind of scrolled through and I've seen a lot of pretty consistent ideas. Some people have down as a student specifically noted bullying and bullying that is going on in the schools. A lot of people mentioned the Black Lives Matter movement in the community and violence and the cops and what the cops are doing. And then everybody kind of had more individualized responses for the personal identity and family identity stuff. But I'm seeing a lot of very good things from this so far, which is awesome. Exactly the types of things that I want to see. So, what you're going to do from this is you're going to find something that you feel particularly passionate about. Maybe it's something to do with your identity. Maybe you're getting made fun of because of your sexual, or you feel targeted because of your sexuality or your religious affiliations. Maybe your home life is a little bit different from some people, and so some people look down on that. Maybe your home situation is bad and people are like, it's not that bad, don't worry about it. And you're like, no, this is bad. I need to talk about this, right? So depending on what it is that you want to choose, you're going to end up writing an argument paper arguing for or against whatever it is that you want. So what I want to do as we do this process is basically, I don't want you going and writing a paper that is just total gobbledygook, right? Like, I don't want you to go and write out a paper that's really bad and then I give you an F on it and you have to redo the whole thing. No, that's not how this works in my classroom. How this works in my classroom is I help you throughout the process of writing an essay so that you only have to write it once. And then maybe we have to do some revisions just to make it real good. But I'm going to help you through each part of the process so that you don't go write something that just doesn't make any sense. So my way of doing that is by having you all do a proposal. So because you all are picking your own topic and everybody's topic is going to be at least a little bit different, I want you all to tell me basically what your topic is and why you think it's a good topic for this essay, right? So this is the argument piece topic proposal. What you guys are going to do with this. Oops, did I give this to you to where it all went on the same thing? Oops, I'll have to redo that. I'm gonna delete this and then we're gonna re-add it real quick. Sorry, guys. But what we're gonna do is we are going to work together to create a proposal to where I can look at your topic that you would like, and you can create and you can decide basically what your own topic will be. Proposal. This is 40 points, if you didn't notice, because it's going to take us some time and it's very, very important. Let's do one next week, Wednesday, because we are going to work together step by step through it. And it's argument writing. So assign. And now you should have a copy. You should be able to make a copy once that pops in. Sorry about that, guys. So refresh, grab that if you're in the class right now. So what we're going to do is we're going to work through each of these 3 questions that you're going to have to answer for your proposal. We're going to go through them one by one. So today we are only talking about question number 1. Okay. So this question number 1 is, what is your impact question? So what that means is, what is the impact of insert whatever here on blank? What is the impact of the Black Lives Matter movement on the community? What is the impact of bullying on students? What is the impact of I'm trying to think of another one off the top of my head. What is the impact of not feeling safe in my identity have on me as a person? You're going to look at your own brainstorm and you're going to look for something that's really impactful to you. So I'm looking at someone's argument brainstorm right now. And one thing that I'm seeing is that they're talking about the cops shooting people. What is the impact of cops shooting people that look like me on me as a young person in my community? What is the impact of playing a sport on a student like me? And that could be insert whatever like you is. Because let's be real, playing a sport, the impact of playing a sport is different for like African-American students versus white students. Sometimes that's like it depends on the situation, you know? It could be on poor students and rich students. It could be on anything, right? So what you're going to do is you're going to take a peek at your own brainstorm and you're going to find something that was impactful to you. And you're going to turn it into a question just like this. What is the impact of blank on blank? And it can be on me because you are your own personal identity, right? And we just need to break it down and be able to say, okay, of you, what is that? What makes up you in a public eye? Because like you all look at me right now, right? I'm white. I'm a female. I according to what you can see, I have a pretty decent house. Like at least I have like a room that I can dedicate to my computer stuff, you know. I have a gaming chair, so you know that I have a little bit more money. Just so you know, I'm middle class. It's not like I'm rich. But like the impact of certain things on me, like honestly, the Black Lives Matter protest, the impact of that on me as compared to a Black student, totally different. So we just have to identify what about me is part of what makes me me, like part of what makes me look like this to you, right? So that's what you're going to do. And that can be a little difficult, okay? That's the first thing I want to say. It can be a little difficult to formulate that into a sentence. And that's why we're going to look at this together. So if you are in class, obviously, if you want to throw it in the chat box or say it to me, we can talk about it and look at it. That's totally fine. If you're not in class, or you would just prefer to send it to me privately, which is totally fine, then private comment on the argument piece, on the assignment in the thing, right here on the topic proposal. Throw in a private comment and be like, does this sound good? Or does this make sense? Whatever. And I am happy to help you through your question, as much as I possibly can, at least. So that's our first step, is just coming up with this question. So that's your goal today, is completing the question part and actually choosing which thing actually sounds like good enough for you to write about. The other thing just to think about in the back of your mind, this doesn't have to like dictate anything. You are going to be doing research on this. So you're going to be finding stuff online to be able to back up your opinion on it, right? So I would make sure that it's something that you're like, I bet you I could find info on this. Like, we can find info on the Black Lives Matter protests. We can find info on bullying. We can find info on like different religious identities and things like that. So just make sure that it's you kind of think that through. It doesn't need to be something that's like heavy on your mind, but it's something that we can always figure out later if we need to. But I just wanted to give you all that heads up. So yeah, so I'm going to stop recording. Y'all rock. Thank you so much. I appreciate you all.